Hello and welcome, I'm Misstical. This is Misstical Gaming. We're jumping into Watch Your Realms and it's the Hellfire Emperor. Okay, right, let's have a quick read through the blurb. The Hellfire Emperor summons monsters, compelling them to move towards him. Check. These monsters gradually lose HP. Upon their demise, they will deal damage to the Hellfire Emperor whilst restoring HP to the nearest hero. That's quite nice to know. It is imperative for heroes to prevent the absorption of these monsters by the Hellfire Emperor, for it boosts his attack. The Hellfire Emperor periodically deals damage to all enemies. Boss rush phase enhancement. Heroes' HP will continuously regenerate. Now that's important for us to know, okay? Now, the first bit is a passive. While he enters the boss rush phase, his HP becomes infinite and the number of monsters spawn points increases to 4. Purifying Inferno now deals damage 2 times and the monster's attack will boost each wave. Right, that's what they do. Periodically summons Fire Seekers and Fire Fanatics. Instead, during the boss rush phase, when Fire Seekers and Fire Fanatics approach the boss, they will sacrifice themselves, empowering the Hellfire Emperor's attack. And the Hellfire Emperor cannot be targeted by heroes or receive damage from them. Okay, we're going to have a quick look at that. And the Hellfire Emperor periodically releases Purifying Inferno, dealing damage 1 time to all enemies on the field. In the boss rush phase, he does that 2 times. Right, so let's jump in and have a quick fight. So this is the team we're going to be using. I'm going to chuck in a rock as well. Now, just to bear in mind, he's got no gear on and he's got no artifact on. Okay, that's noteworthy at the moment. Okay, that's about all it is. Just for you for future reference. Remember, he's got nothing on. Right, so when we jump into the fight, we'll see the line they're going to take. There they are. They zigzag around the outside, then they come down the middle, and here's all the mobs spawning. He's got 2 points at the moment. When he goes into the boss rush phase, remember he's going to have another 2 points, taking up to 4 spawn points. So we chuck down our 2 tanks. We're going to tank up the boss there, and as we can see, they are ticking away HP. And then as they die, we get a bit of HP back, and they go and do some damage to the boss. Brilliant. If we want to heal our defenders, as we see, there's no platform-based unit to put down. If you want to use a constant, you could put her down to heal up, but there's no one else in range, so you'd have to use her as a tank as opposed to anything else. And then if we stuck down a ranged fighter, we can see they don't do anything. They can't attack the boss doesn't do anything. That's it. So there's nothing going on there. There we are. Let's get rid of you. So there we are. We just literally tanked them up. Now we're into the boss rush phase. And remember that now we're getting ticks of healing. So there we go. Every time they get a tick of healing, if we place down rock, there we go. There he is there, and he's going to get a tick of healing as well. 495. Being naked, he gets 495. Now let's have a quick restart on this. And this time round, we can see these two here. They're getting the same healing, and then rock was on, what was it, 495, and this time his tick has gone up to 579. Now the reason for this is because of this. This is what we put on him. We've just put this on him. That's all he's got. The rest of his gear, he's completely naked again. But just so you're aware that helps your healing. You're now self-healing. So if you've got healing effect on there, you will get a boost from it. Now the other thing to bear in mind when we're healing is this. So anything based healing restores HP based on the target's max HP and the caster's attack, HP, whatever healer you're picking. But it's restored on the target's HP. So your HP is important to how much you're going to heal. And remember, if you've got some healing effect on there as well, it's not going to be a bad thing for you in that fight. You're still going to get more healing out of it. Okay, so just a couple of things to bear in mind whilst you're healing. What else are we going to do? Right, we're going to gear up our champions because we want to go in there and do the best we can. So what do we want? So when we're looking to build up our team, we're looking for heroes that are firstly defenders, because we want those. And then there's a couple of other things that we quite like. So down here we have got high blocks. So if we select heroes that have got high block on them, very good for our team as well, because they're going to block more. And the more they block, the longer they take their damage for, then the boss blows them up and they do more damage to the boss. Absolutely brilliant. So that's the sort of team we're looking for, but other skills are quite useful as well. So if we have a look at some of our champions, so some of ours not only can block more as well, so during their ultimates they can block extras as well. That's a good result for us. But they also have an ability where they go unyielding as well, so they won't be able to die from attacks as well. That's good news for us as well. That makes a good hero for this. And then after that is just gearing them. Now, as we've already seen, if we pick someone up and we click on their gear, what gear are we after? Well, we're after either of the two sets, that's Ancestral Guardian, or we're after the other set as well that does up our HP and defense. So if you have a look at Immortal Warrior, and then if we have a look at that set, then that would also increases our HP and defense, which is good news for us. Okay, so either of those two sets would work out well for us. After that, I look for Guardian set. I look for a Guardian set, or I look for Tempered Will, and I want to go HP, HP, HP. That's my preference. Doesn't always work out like that, and not all the stuff's particularly good. Some of it's absolutely trash, but it's got HP percent on there, and they take 15% less damage. It's a win for me as well. Okay, so I am happy with that. It doesn't bother me. Now the only other thing is the artifact. So Bastion's Ring, and it increases block by 1, but you need a lot of them, and I haven't got enough to go round. Certainly not leveled up to 25, but there we go. So Olag's got one on, he's in the team, he's got level 1 one on. Okay, so they don't have to be leveled up. There we go, she's got one on as well, and it's level 1. So in our team, you don't have to be leveled up, you were just interested in that ability to block. Okay, that's all you actually want. Just a team I'm going for, just chuck them down and then hope for the best. I mean, that's just fundamentally it. I've got everyone with Bastion's Ring on, although they're not good. It's more of a quantity of things than a quality when you're sort of just trying to push on. It is a little bit annoying. For me, I generally just roll with putting the tanks down that I think are going to live longer down at the start, down towards the bottom of the map, and then I sort of put the rest up as I go further along. The only other thing I do is my two last tanks that I'll put down, I generally put them down facing the other way, so hopefully if one gets past one side, then there's still reach from the other person to get across. Okay, that is about it. So we should now enter the boss rush phase. There should be enough down to actually stop these, and we're going to the boss rush phase, and we'll put the other two tanks down. Now remember, when we're in the boss rush phase, we are picking up our healing. Okay, so there we go, there's one tank there, and I'll put the other one down there, and then I'm going to be really lazy, and I've just selected auto, the ultimates. You probably shouldn't do, in fact, not probably, you absolutely shouldn't do that if you're just trying to go for a PB. Go and actually time the ultimates, because the ultimates are when they're actually going to generically increase their block number. So when they're getting overrun, that's the point that you want to start using up some ultimates, not just periodically when the game thinks, oh, my ultimate's due, I'm going to use it. Okay, that's not the best time to actually do it. And then we just run through the boss fight. Okay, this isn't the hardest fight to actually do with the boss at all. Probably one of the easier boss fights there is. Yeah, definitely one of the easier ones. This is one of the earlier ones, and then what they did when they brought the earlier ones out, as we saw before, we had a healer based one, and then we've got a defender based one, and we had a sort of an attacking based one as well, and that's sort of realistically how they started these fights off. And yeah, it's good. They've developed somewhat now, but there can be issues with them, as we saw with Phantasmal Nightmare. There was a bit of an issue with that when it first came out, but it is what it is. And then realistically, just slow time this, and then what you want to be doing is looking, do I die, where do I die, and what can I do about that? Can I put more HP on them so their heals are better? Can I put, maybe the artifact's only level 1, can I level up that artifact? Should I get more HP on them, because some of my gear is trash really, to be honest, but you keep it around for this sort of thing more than anything else, and that's about it. So there are plenty of things you can do to sort of improve your runs and just help your runs go that little bit further, because you might only need to block 1 or 2 more, and then all of a sudden you're on to the next key, and with the next key or the next level, that becomes more rewards for you. Those rewards deal into more ancient summons for you, and then the ancient summons deal into a massive new lords for you, and your account being overrun with massive end gamer lords that you've all got ranked up to A5. Maybe not, but I mean, you get the idea. That's the sort of thing that we're realistically aiming for. So we're down to our last 5 or 6 seconds now, and then we will time out, and that'll be the run done. There we go, done. That's it, and triple S. So that's about as far as I can be bothered to push, I think, is probably a fairer way round to do it. So there we are. That's the new score for me. Fine, all done and dusted. If you've got any other hints or tips or anything I've done wrong, please feel free to put them down in the comments below. Absolutely I'm not the best at this. I just sort of chuck them in, hit auto, and that's definitely not the way around to do it. Make sure you time your stuff. Have I missed any heroes? I think Rock is an absolutely fantastic hero for this. I haven't used him, I haven't leveled him up yet. I might do it now. Corridor of Glory's on, we might get something out of him. So I think he would be worthwhile doing if you've got him lying around, okay? He looks like he's got unyielding and does extra block. Could be really good for this. I would imagine he's fantastic for it, to be honest. Loads of HP, and then you're good to go with him, okay? Right, thank you very much for your time. If you could leave me the old thumbs up, like, subscribe when you're at the door, would help me out massively, and I'll see you all in the video again soon. Thank you very much for your time. Cheers. Goodbye.